Did your Amidah please continue at your own pace? Page 134, Kaddish Shalem, page 134.
יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם וינשא ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמרי קודש בריחו לעילם מכל ברכת ושירת שתשבחת ונחמת דמי רבי עמה ואמרו אמן תתגבל צוטנו ותנכו יסוקנו והודן וישמע ואמרו אמן אשלם רבה משמע וחיים ולן וכויסה ואמרו אמן עושה שלום ואמרו אמן ויעשה שלום עלינו ארוהו אמן.
Page 135, Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לדון הכל לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה שלא שם חלקנו כהם וגוהר עלינו ככל המונם ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. כתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו echad.
This afternoon concludes the 16th of Sivan and begins the 17th of Sivan. We recall those yortzites who will be observed. Irene Brenda, Ella Rosenson Breslauer, Arlene Goant, Kanbaba Hakim, Bernice Horowitz, Minnie Osper, Sidel Rostholder, Benjamin L. Swat, Helen R. Wolin, David Farzan, Esther Friedman, Henry Malamed, Sonia Mashuris, Harry Rappaport, Marshall Seven, Toby Shapiro, Rose Schur, David Sumek, Al Stengel. We also recall the recent passing of Rose Mamos, mother of David Mamos and Eric Mamos, and the recent passing of Goldie Sack, mother of Libby Lieber. Are there any other yortzites to be observed this evening? Those in mourning are observing a yortzite. Please remain standing. Page 136, the words of the mourner's Kaddish, page 136. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah v'alma divera chirute v'yamlich malchute v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kari v'maru amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevorach leolam olomei omaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemei dekudesha barichu La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechemata da'amiran bi'alma v'maru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'maru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav hu ya'asei shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'maru amen. We rise or remain standing. Page 137 for Ma'ariv, the evening service. Page 137. Rachum Yechaper V'lo Yashchid V'hir Ba'al Ashira Povler Kol Chamato Adonai Hoshir Melech Yaneinu V'yom Koreinu Baruchu Et Adonai Hamvorach Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed. You may be seated. Elchai v'kayam ta'amim l'chaleinu leolam va'ebaruch atah Adonai ha'mari v'aravim v'atalam beit Yisrael. It's going to be 138. Havatachat aser imenu leolamim baruch atah Adonai ohevamo Yisrael. Page 138. Rose's grandsons will lead us in the Sheman V'Yahavta. 138.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha. Ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך ובביתך ובבטחה בדרך, בשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוז ביתך ובישעריך.
Continue quietly.
למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
You may be seated. We continue, middle of page 139. ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ונצר לחנו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם מי כמוך באוהלים אדוני מי כמוך נדר בקודש נהורת תהילות עושה הפעל למלכותך רוענך וכן לפניהם משה זלינו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר כי פדרת יעקב וגאל מלך חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני Ga'al Yisrael, page 140, the Hashkivenu, a prayer for peace, page 140. Hashkivenu, hey, listen. Ushmor tzeitain avoyin l'chaim shalom et haviad olam baruch atah Adonai shomer amo Yisrael awad. Middle of 140 through the middle of 141. Baruch Adonai Lamein v'Yamein Baruch Adonai Shogin Shloya Baruch Adonai Shogin Shloya Lamein v'Yamein Yechavot Yikadol Atah Simvot Atah Levadecha Makom Shloya Levadecha Baruch Adonai Baruch Adonai Baruch Adonai Baruch Adonai V'Yadcham Yerushalayim Lemed Elohim Sheshan כי המלכות שלך היא על אמת מלך בכבוד כי למלך אתה ברוך אתה אדוני המלך בכבודו תאמין עלינו לעולם ועד ועל כל מעשיו. We rise חצי קדש middle of 141. יתגדל ויגדל שמי רבה בימד יברח ירתה וימליך מלכותי וחייכון ומיכון וחדוך בית ישראל בגלל בזמן קריב ימרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה ומבורך לעולם ומעלמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי לקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירם ביעלמה וימרו Amen. The silent Amidah, page 142 through 148, in Hebrew or English or private thought, beginning on 142. Osei shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'imru, imru, amen. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Page 149, Kaddish Shalem. Yitkadal v'yikadash emei rabba. Yamadi rach yirtei yamlich machotei b'chayechon. Yifechon avchad l'chobat Yisrael. Aglav izman kari v'imeru. Amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevorach. Le'olam olam me'amaya. Nit baharach v'yishtabach v'par v'tnar v'yitnaseh v'tidar v'tlev v'tlal shmei dekudesha. Barichu le'ila mechorachata v'shirata. Tshochat v'nechamata. Nimram yama v'imeru. Amen. Tikabal tzlo tanu tanucha Yisrael gandav handi v'shmai v'imeru. Amen. Yehi shalom rabin shamai v'chaim aleinu v'kol Yisrael v'imeru. Amen. Osei shalom b'imromav hu yasei shalom aleinu v'kol Yisrael v'imeru. Amen. 150. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol. Lateit kedula liotzer b'reishit. Shelo asanu gegoyei ha'aratzot. Velo samanu kamishbechot ha'adama. Shelo sam chelkeinu kahem. Vegoraleinu kechol hamohonam. Ve'anachnu korim. Umishtachavim umodim. Lifnei melech malchei hamlachim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Katuv b'toratecha Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed v'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol ha'aretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo. Because we have two families who are in the Shiva period, we'll turn back to page 97. We'll read responsively in the English Psalm 23, a psalm that we often read in the house of mourning. Page 97, we responsively Psalm 23. A psalm of David. Adonai is my shepherd, I shall not want. God gives me repose in green meadows and guides me over calm waters. God will revive my spirit and direct me on the right path, for that is God's way. Though I walk in the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no harm, for you are at my side. Your staff and your rod comfort me. You prepare a banquet for me in the presence of my foes. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely goodness and kindness shall be my portion all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of Adonai forever. Those in mourning or observing a yortzeit, please remain standing. Page 100, the words of the mourner's Kaddish, page 100. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah. Ve'alma divarach yirutei ve'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kari v'maru. Amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevorach leolam ulomei almaya v'yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemei dekudesha barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran b'yalma v'maru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu, v'yal kol Yisrael v'maru. Amen. Osei shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu, v'yal kol Yisrael v'maru. Amen. Rabbis tell us the traditional words of comfort. Hamakom yanadchem etchem betoch shar v'leit Zion v'Yerushalayim. May you be comforted along with all the other mourners of Zion and Jerusalem. To the family of Goldie Sack, to the family of Rose Mamos, let us all say, Amen. That will conclude our afternoon and evening service. Those who are here for the Mamoses will stay, and then we'll begin our Zoom and memories as well. So just 1 minute. Everybody on Zoom can hear me? Is that a thumbs up? Last night. That's good. Okay. Sounds good. Just want to share a word of Torah. Both words that I heard, Eric, about your mom, Rose, of blessed memory, but also something that just happened outside the chapel. Something humorous, and something that, Eric, you told me that I think really encapsulate who your mom is and what we're doing here this evening. But it's based in our Parsha. In fact, if you look over here on the, yes, you can actually see it online as well. We have the menorah. Not the Chanukiah that we light on Hanukkah, which is, of course, 8 candles and a shamash, but 7. And it's the menorah that was lit in the Beit HaMikdash in the temple in Jerusalem. And the rabbis asked, because in this parsha we learn about lighting those candles, Bahalotecha. And the rabbis say, why do we give so much attention? There's so many different types of furniture within the temple in Jerusalem. Why does this piece of furniture literally get an entire parsha, not only about what it's about, but what we do with it? And the answer the rabbis give is it's about light. That the Midrash says that just as God gave light to the people, then the people should give light to other people and in essence to God as well. And when we think about what we do at Shiva, that's exactly what we do. We light, of course, a Shiva candle, but the light that has been given to us, we don't extinguish. At the mortuary, it says, Ner Adonai Nishmata Adam, that the candle of God is in the soul of every human being. And you shared a story with me. We're not going to share the whole thing, but it ended in laughter. And what you said to me, Eric, was, if I couldn't laugh and celebrate life, then that wouldn't be what my mom wanted for me. And I think that's a beautiful moment, even during this first night of Shiva, that not that we laugh, but that we were able to take those moments of sadness and grief and also find the joy that was given into our lives. And when we think about the light that not only your mom gave us, but in essence the light that you have given our own community, I literally look at this computer screen as a true miracle of light and know the hours and months that you and Michael and so many here work to make sure that even in times of sorrow, we could not just be the 15 people here, but the many people out there that also can continue to bring your mom light and share the light that she gave us. Rabbi Selach Zecher Tzadeget Livracha, the memory of Rose, Shoshana, should truly be a blessing for all time. And let us say, Amen. So I'm going to hand it to Eric, and then I believe we'll have a chance for those on Zoom to share as well. Great.
So I think everybody can see me. I don't know which camera I have to look at, but the red, they're both red. That one is on? Okay. So thank you, everybody who joined us here in person, and thank you very much for those on Zoom. I thought that today's funeral services were really a wonderful tribute to my mother's life and really to both my parents, with them passing so closely together. I think it's somebody said to me it's kind of a cliche when two people who've been married together pass so close together, and certainly while their reasons for their passing were not related, and it's not like one of them died from a broken heart like you often hear. I think at the same time, when you've been really together for that long, when somebody passes, when your spouse passes, there's a part of you that is lost, and when that happens, it's a challenge to kind of keep going. It's not like she was in her 50s or 60s and her, was going to go find another guy or something like that, right? In her 80s, I think she'd done what she set out to do in her life, and that was the conclusion of having myself, my brother, the grandkids, a wonderful family, in Toronto, in Greece, and other parts of the world. And like the rabbi was saying, my philosophy, which again, may have come a little more from my dad than my mom in this case, but the philosophy really is to celebrate one's life and not just not mourn their death. And I think that's how I think about it, and it's those memories that I like to keep with me. I was looking through some pictures last night that I'll see if I can figure out how to share them on my phone. I'll try, but one of the things I came across was a video. My brother, I think in the late 80s, some point, just bought a video camera. And that was back, when video cameras were like, they had a zip code of their own. They were so big. But he had a thing. He had a thing where he would run across the house at full speed with this camera and come right at you, like right in front of your face. And my mom, boy, she did not like that. And he would do it like while she was getting ready, like putting her makeup on, and she would just get really upset with him. But the thing is, it brought a lot of laughter to me, and it really was one of those things that I remember. And one of the other stories I could tell, and again, this is maybe her way of instilling independence in her kids, but and this is kind of a little bit of a story from my eldest, who's soon going to get his driver's license. But when I got my driver's license at 16 years, 0 days, because I could not wait, I remember within a week, maybe, like I took off in the car, and I'm pretty sure I didn't come home till maybe 1, 2 in the morning, maybe later. I'm not sure. Don't get any ideas. And we had gates in front of the house that my uncle Peppo actually built for us. And, I opened the gate and I turned the corner and I could see her staring through the front door window. And she was not happy. And she opens the door and she's angry. And instead of, trying to like punish me or send me to my room, not that she could at that age, she's like, I am never waiting up for you again, ever. And she never did. So that was her way of, okay, you're independent now, go figure it out on your own. So I think that, again, that is a little bit of Rose. That's what, she was really great about kind of instilling independence in her own way and, really making us be our own people. So that's what I got. I don't know who was online, but I think you guys can unmute if you want to jump in. You're welcome to. I don't know who else is there. I don't see my Auntie Anne, which is a little surprising. So I'm gonna try and text the Canada crew, because I don't have as many stories as I know her sister did and does. So I would love to make sure that I can get her on. So that said, I'm gonna stop for a sec. Maybe Lisa, do you want to say anything? I mean, geez, she's known you almost as long as she knew me. I'm going to put you on the spot. And again, anybody who wants to come off mute, please do. Don't hesitate. Step in. Be like Eric. Be a little more, non-introverted. Well, they're Zoom. They see each other. Yeah, I mean, there's cousins, nephews, uncle, brother-in-laws, I guess. I see my Uncle Albert there. He's hard to miss, even on the Zoom. How you doing, Uncle Albert? I hope your back is okay. We missed you today. Yeah, ask away. You can ask Lisa, too. The question is, what traits in my mom live on to me? So I am going to actually give this to Lisa to answer while I text the Canadian crew.
All right, I got to let's see. So I definitely would say his independence. I would say his meticulousness of how he does like the finances and the project management piece. I know a lot of it is Eric himself, but seeing how like, especially as we're like cleaning out, we like cleaned out the house before because we were planning to sell it, but just over the years, like she had spreadsheets of everything, I mean, it was unbelievable. We were blown away by how many photo albums she had. That's how organized. And inside every single photo album, it would say like year or date so-and-so. This is who was there. This is where we went. So when you open up a photo album, it's like you've got like almost like you feel like you have this itinerary of everything. So you feel like as you're going to go through them, you really will kind of be reliving those trips or, events that have happened. I'm trying to, let's see. I think also just the empathy. I know we talked about that at the funeral today, but and having that open door policy was really a lot too. Like our home is always an open door, and she really made you feel that way as well. Like anybody was welcome. Like when we were growing up, Eric would have like 5 friends over. Like we just and they would just keep coming, and she's like, she never questioned like where are they coming from or whatever. Like she really just kind of welcomed everybody. So. Of course. Thank you.
The love of science fiction did not come from her, though. If you're wondering, that came from my brother. Yeah, actually, I didn't even talk about the number of books that woman read. That's true, and I'm going to try and find some of the artwork that she did. That is actually very much I inherited the love of art and drawing. She was a very good pencil drawer, and it's something that both her, my uncle Peppo, myself, and maybe one of my kids, maybe I'm looking at him, might have in common. And she was very artistic in that way. One of the stories that she told me was that she was born left-handed, and I don't know if that really makes you more artistic. I'd like to think it does, since I'm left-handed too. But in Greece, they beat the left out of her. They used to beat her hand with a ruler until she became right-handed. But she never really lost her ability to kind of use her left hand. But I think that's maybe where the artistic part comes from. But reading, she read when we were cleaning out her house and getting ready to move. I don't think that the books that we were pulling out were even close to the number of books that she read. I think she already donated. And the fascinating thing I think I kind of knew this, but as a son, I looked the other way, which was she definitely read a lot of romance novels, and those romance novels might have gone beyond the R-rated arena. So I very quickly, read a passage, and then I'm like, let's put that back now. So, that was, she loved her romance novels. The other thing that she did, and again, I tried to match her, but never could, was she could type. I think we had clocked her at about 120 words a minute at one point. And I think my best was 80, and that was when I was taking typing class. So, she was really good at what she did. I know that Rabbi Guzik mentioned that, she went to secretary school, and that's kind of was what she prepped for, but she really was both an executive secretary and office manager for the majority of her career. So what Lisa was just talking about, the organization, the putting things together, the meticulous spreadsheets and this and that was my mom. In fact, one of the other things I came across in her files, she had a very detailed report of her salary for the last 30 years of her work. I'm like, I don't know who cares what you made in the 60s, but she kept a record of everything. So that very much is similar to me. I didn't what? No, I did not take driving skills from her. She drove with 2 feet. She learned in Athens, she learned in Canada rather, to drive 2 feet. And no, she did not have a clutch. She would drive left foot on the brake, right foot on the gas. And when eventually she got old enough where they required her to retake the driving test, that was rough. We had to send her to driving school. She had to relearn to drive altogether with 1 foot because they would fail her otherwise. And you know what? She did it, and she passed. She even as she got older, she never really stopped trying. She never really gave up. She persevered. And I think that really exemplifies, her and her attitude in life. And I'd like to believe that's where I got some of that from. So, what else can I say? I'm checking. Yeah. Can you guys unmute? One of you just say hi just to see that it works.
Check.
Yeah, Robert, you're unmuted, but we don't hear you. So let's check to see what's going on this side.
Hello. Are we good?
Should we have volume?
Can you hear me?
We're having technical difficulties. All the IT in this room, and it's gonna. Yeah.
We can hear.
Magnificent.
You can hear people. Oh.
Sorry, I'm still texting my Canadian family, but since they can't come off mute, I guess it doesn't matter at the moment. Okay. All right, thanks. They're going to go back to the control room to figure out what's going on. I know somebody just typed in the chat, and my old eyes means I have to walk a lot closer, and it disappeared. Yeah, well, they can hear us. We just can't hear them. I guess nobody has anything interesting to say. You know what I'm going to try and do? Actually, let's hold on a second. I mean, give me a second. I'm going to try to connect to Zoom with my phone and see if I can actually share the pictures using my phone. I originally thought I was going to bring my laptop and then promptly forgot. Say it again. Just hang tight, people. Yeah, we are checking, but I sent the link out to everybody, and yet I didn't copy the link myself. So hold on one second. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I just don't have to find it. I got it, Lisa. Yeah. See if this works. Yeah, they can hear me. We just can't hear them. That's the most handsome guy around, man. Does someone want to try and talk again? A speaker. This is all in the room. Oh, yeah, I guess I could do that. I don't know if there's going to be a feedback. Hold on a second. Okay. Robert, go offline and talk again.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Fantomas. Fantomas.
Yeah, we hear you now.
Right.
Yes, we hear you now. Okay, good. Okay, I'm going to try. I think I can make this to work. Let's see if I can get this to work. I disconnected from the audio, but I should be able to. Bear with me one second.
Any day now, Eric. Any day.
Man, I'm multitasking. I'm trying. I'm muted because I'm on this thing. App on the phone is not working right, so hold on a second, guys. What happened? Yeah, you lost me. Yeah. Yeah, I think. Oh, it's not giving me all right. So, anyways, what we'll do is, I think now. No, it's fine. It works. Well, I can't help the echo because the echo is coming from the room.
Did you hear
I'm going to let you guys talk. Anybody that wants to come off mute, do so and talk. I
All
think
the
if I'm using the
technology and
microphone, it's a little
nobody
hard.
knows how to fix it. Who can hear me?
Patao and
Anybody?
Akubi.
You can hear me? Oh, Fantomas is next on the picture actually.
Patao and Akubi.
Fantomas is Leo. You didn't know that, did you?
Oh, the volume on the TV needs to be just louder. Roku, this is not. There we go. Can you guys see that on the screen?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, good.
Mom and Dad.
All right, I'll go through the slideshow a little bit, and then you guys can enjoy the pictures.
Coming up on 21 in August. Yeah. over there or here?
All right, I'm using my. That's going to echo. I'll just stand a little further away. Okay. So I don't have any more bright stories, but if anybody does want to say anything, now is the time. And if not, then we'll also be doing this tomorrow, hopefully with a few less technical difficulties. And then I'll try this time to actually make a slideshow with those pictures to make it a little bit easier and one that I could share. But I kind of ran out of time. We do have a few more Shivas, yeah. Okay. Yes. The kids are remembering funny things that my mom did in their last few years. So anyways, I don't want to let this drag on because I think we have some food here. And for those of us here, we like to eat. So I guess we conclude, right? I mean, there's no reason. I think, well, yeah. All right. So we'll be doing this again tomorrow, Thursday, and then Sunday and Monday are the days that we're going to be doing Shiva. So feel free to join, and we'll try to have less technical difficulties next time. And that's pretty much it. Unless anybody wants a last-ditch effort to say anything, we'll conclude. No? Nobody? Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it.